it's a place that percolates. It's a place that teaches me and kids to be themselves.
Let's see. Now, when you see him open his mouth, does he have teeth?
You walk in the classroom and you just feel love. You just feel this, sense of belonging.
Push the paper away.
For me, having the ability to call my teachers almost like my friends was something that really allowed me to grow as a person and not necessarily feel shy in class. I had no reservations about talking to my teachers about anything.
If you are excited about going to school, you have friends there, there's a good social network, you feel like you're in a community, you feel like you're in a family, you're obviously more inclined to learn.
I'm passing love to Aria. I'm passing fall to Ava.
It's moving how much people care about kids here and are willing to get to know kids individually, and that this is a place too where grown-ups are allowing themselves to be known to children.
A little thought bubble and cheese in it and a little heart around it. Oh, you can glue that in. That's a great idea.
I love having a curriculum that I can tweak and change so I can tailor it to the kids. And molecules need energy to go from a liquid to a gas. So where did it get that energy from?
Everybody knows that 5-year-olds are interested in lots of things. So, for instance, we may be doing a drama workshop that is all about baby pandas. And next thing we know, we're doing a whole study unit on panda bears. And there's just full explosion of facts and ways to do research and art and science. It is very exciting to be a part of an emerging curriculum.
One of the really nice things this year is we have an aquarium set up, and it's been set up for over a month, and a microscope, and children can go in sort of at any choice time and hunt for organisms, and in fact there's more of them growing as the year goes on.
When they feel confident in science, I feel like it's a real advantage going into high school science.
Okay, so fantastic. So when red blood cells have oxygen, they have a rich red color. Do these have a rich red color right now?
Sometimes we do open-ended experiments, like recently we did a experiment trying to figure out how turkey timers work the day before vacation. So I love giving kids just a problem and some materials and having them try to figure out how does this work.
By the time the kids are graduating in 8th grade, they know how to do a lab properly. They know how to ask questions. They know how to solve a problem by looking at it and sort of figuring out, okay, here's the first step to understanding the answer. Here's the second step. And they really systematically work out these problems in ways that I'd never seen 12 and 13-year-olds doing.
This. Is that the diameter?
I really enjoy the Fayerweather student who is fun, has a good sense of humor, is interested in learning, and likes to be at school.
So just a quick little mathematical drawing to show us what you've got, how many groups, how many in each group, how many all together, okay?
How was he like his father? Spencer?
They're both like journalists.
They're both journalists.
They're really, I find, extremely insightful and intuitive about themselves.
The older kids tend to help organize and participate with the younger kids in a way that's very nurturing. So when the older kids, for example, organize the Fun Fest, you can see 13-year-old and 14-year-old girls carefully painting little dragons on the cheeks of kindergarten kids.
The unit kids love planning things for the younger grades. They love being the older kids in the school, so they're the authority. But it's something that they have worked their way up to. So they have experienced this every year or for at least a couple of years, and they then get such pleasure out of being able to plan out what's the best way to have the sponge toss or what works better, and so they often do have a pretty good sense of logistics.
I have to peel it off though. I have to peel off so it's sticky, right? You want me to help you?
The social strength at Fayerweather, to me it's, and you hear this a lot, it's the community. So it is a school that's strong academically, but socially it really feels like an extended family in many ways.
That the flappers got to have all the fun, real shark, or even a basking shark. They're vegetarians.
Many parents come into the room and they're very curious about where their child is at in their reading skills. And being in the classroom of first and second graders for about 15 years now, I can assure them that it is a normal state for most first graders to come in and to be reading ready, but not reading yet. And we spend a lot of time in the beginning of first grade in small groups working on the basic reading skills, playing games, building phonetics skills, learning to decode words, write words, and again in a very supportive environment where kids can feel successful at the beginning stages of reading.
But I have invented the basis for electrotherapy, radio, and free energy.
The Biographies Project is a project in which you pick someone from history or even the present. I know a lot of people have done very modern figures, but most of the time they're famous, important people who have done really interesting things. And you pick someone who interests you, you research it, and then you get up in front of the whole school and present in costume as that person.
Ciao, I'm Leonardo da Vinci. I was born in 1452 in the town of Vinci. I divided mercy upon us.
Had you asked me if 7th and 8th graders could put on a full-length performance of Shakespeare, and we're talking about every student being involved, not just the ones who've had theater outside or are naturally outgoing. You sit down and you watch these performances and you literally can't believe what you're watching.
But none of us cared for Kate!
Because we had the unit play, we were able to go and watch these older kids perform these great Shakespeare plays.
When you see the kids from the music classes play for the all-school meetings, and the little kids all clapping like they're rock stars, it's a really nice feeling. You know the kids are really being able to come out of their shells.
One of the things we have here at Fayerweather that's I think really important is we have a lot of outside play time built into the day. Our school day is a little longer than some schools, but it is mostly that time is used up in recess time and outside time, and I think that's really crucial time for kids in their development.
There's attention to each kid's emotional experience, which for me and our family was really, really important.
You've got the right idea though, because all of these animals live together. Take them.
You are in a setting where people understand who you are, will listen to your contributions to the class. Your teachers are people that are there to support you and want to learn about what you want to learn about, and are there to help you develop your concepts about whatever topic you're trying to study.
Oh, beautiful. Cool. I didn't see that.
What's great with the co-teacher is that you're not working in isolation. You're really working together as a team in a collaborative model. And so somebody might bring in a different component to it or might ask you, so what does that look like? And so you have to really think that through. And I think what happens at the end product really is something that's one that's very thoughtfully put together and has different perspectives.
Help me count to 3. 1, 2.
It's an ongoing job throughout every school day and every moment of helping children learn how to work out social issues, sharing, conflict resolution in the context of each day.
Fayerweather does a very good job at hearing different voices, seeing different people, and even having assembly around that.
Congratulations!
after 9 years at Fayerweather, and I think I was completely ready for high school, and I think that I even may have done better and done things in high school that I never would have if I hadn't been here.
One day holds more richness than, a week somewhere else. This is a very rich, loving place.
Fayerweather really becomes almost like a second home, and those connections continue even past the time when you graduate.
Fayerweather is a place where we really try and make all learning fun, but it's also a place, I think, where kids understand that sometimes learning is hard work, and I think we're able to do that because we're able to build up very close relationships with children and they trust us.
Ultimately, you have kids who are critical thinkers, who are confident enough to express what they're thinking and who take that level of confidence to the next stage of learning, and that's what's going to get you ahead later on.
I'd say Fayerweather is really about who you are and helping you develop into that person while making phenomenal connections along the way that last, and really helping you find a love for learning, which really does continue.